What are you talking about?
I'll explain in a second. All right, that was pretty much your intro music. I don't know if you got it. Power, man from Power.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make work. You know, I love word connection, and I'm like, every time I think of Power, I think of the man right here. Hey, let's welcome to Comedians on Lockdown, Mr. Kevin Avery Mason, or is it just Avery Mason? This Avery thing got me like threw me for a loop.
Yes, for public purposes, it's just Avery Mason. Yeah, just Avery.
All right, guys, everyone. Yeah. Avery Mason from Power, man, and from comedy, and from like just being an overall cool guy, DJing around town. You wear many artistic hats, my friend.
Yeah, Tino, the DJing, that was a couple of years ago. I had to give that up because things kind of changed up on my end.
Let it go.
I gotta apologize. I know you said this is Comedians on Lockdown. I look like I'm on an episode of Locked Up Abroad, like I'm in one of those small jail cells. But trust me, y'all, everything is well. It's the pandemic, had to make some lifestyle changes, if you know what I mean. But we good out here, Tino. It's been a minute, man. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Tino being alive is like a good thing right now. You know what I mean? It's just because the way everything went down, I was really like just getting affected by everything because I'm 50, I'm black, I eat like a Latin pig, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of wrongs going on with me that they made me think I was going to see the finish line. But hey, I survived. Yay! I'm part of the 95% survivors.
Thank God, man. I'm just glad we lost some good people, man. RP Kenny Ortega, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of the really solid dudes in comedy, man. If y'all don't know him, go look at his IG, look at his posts, man. That guy, the comedy community never gave him his flowers. And by that, I mean, like, the gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying? I felt like he never got his just desserts. But we here, man. We here, we survived. That's all that's important.
Yeah, no, rest in peace to Kenny. We miss him already. You know what I mean? He's given lots of comedians coming up and establish, an opportunity to showcase their talents. And, and we know the people that are on the front line of comedy know and give him his respect. And may he rest in peace. And, let's keep it going because that's what Kenny was all about. Let's keep the comedy going. And speaking of comedy, how's that going for you? I know what's your main, your bread and butter right now, but how's comedy, with you these days? Like, are you still got the fire for it? Is it just like, nah, power? And then
I do. I do, bro. I do. I mean, I know what pays the bills, to be honest, but comedy is a thing where it's like, it's me. I can do it my way. I can tell my story. Usually with the acting, you're not really allowed to really, you got to do it the director's vision. Comedy, I can do it my vision. Everybody knows what's going on in the world right now. So there really hasn't been a lot of comedy. And I'll be honest with you, I've done some outside shows, but I'm not too keen on it because it's cold. Okay. And you're Caribbean. You got family. You got family south of the border, and so do I. We didn't come up in the cold. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my genes. You feel me? So I'm not a big fan of doing outdoor shows. So I haven't not been performing, but I'll find other ways to occupy my comedy time. Writing stuff. Kind of looking at other people and getting excited for their success, like yourself, man. You got your book out, man. You're going viral on some videos. If you don't know about Tino's videos, you gotta go do some research. And I was like, I was just like, wait a minute, Tino? I'm not turning him in, but what is going on?
Oh man,
he's barefoot running up the Lower East Side. What's going on? But I understand. I know but I thought it was funny stuff and made me laugh. So that's the kind of things I've been doing to keep myself motivated and things like that. You motivate me, man. You got a book out because y'all don't know Tino. Tino and I came from doing background together on what was that, Daredevil?
Daredevil, yes. when
we did
that was
background.
the time when I realized who's the man in acting, and I had to fall back. I never forget the smell. I'm like, yo, my man, yo, the mic was great, yo. We killed that little show last night, right? Yeah, where you going? You go to that side. Oh, okay. First to eat.
Yeah, Tino.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right,
they
buddy.
wouldn't let Tino eat no food. I had to get Tino his food. He was like, "Yo, I'm hungry." I was like, "Yo, don't worry, what you want? I got you." Because when you're in the union, they set things up a little differently than when you're not. So the non-union people didn't get certain perks. So when I seen Tino, I was like, "Yo, Kev," I was like, "Don't even say less. I got what you need." And I went and got it and brought it for him. They're like, "Yo, you can't do that." And I was like, "Why not? Why not? It's mine, ain't it?" Well,
Yeah.
I didn't going to eat it. He's going to eat it. So I'll never forget that. Yeah. They didn't want to give him no food. They was hating, Why they hating?
I know. Damn. I get homeless everywhere I go. Jesus. I got him, man. And I got some change for him, too. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Just let me know that, like, yo, working at something and, and believing in it, you reap the benefits, which that's what I see from you. Because I'm like, oh my God, because you just, the acting just went. I'm like, oh God, how's it feel to be on a show that everyone is looking forward to seeing every week?
Very good. Sorry, that was my son. He was showing me his project. High five. Good job.
We got a little boy in the house. Wait, no, hold on. We got, can we?
I got a kid,
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's a new thing. Instead of DJ, I gotta add on father.
He's 4, so he's been here for a couple of years. Okay. He's been here, he'll be 5 in March. I'm proud of him, but I don't put it out there too much because people crazy. I heard some horror stories about people on social media and people going and commenting on people's kids. It's a whole thing, but
right.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Dude, what's I gonna say? Thank you, bro. And you dad too? You got kids? You got kids?
Nigga, I got grandkids, so just save yourself.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, Tito got started early. I forgot. You're Panamanian. Y'all get started. Y'all get started 16 out there, right?
I'm here.
You're 16. It's time to settle down. You're 16. What are you doing, man? You're 16. It's time to settle down.
I had my first kid. I didn't even speak English yet. I'm like, shouldn't it be a requirement to speak English before you have a kid in the It was bad. The Puerto Rican women,
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. No.
I didn't have that in Panama. So I was like, what?
I know, bro. You're blinking, they're pregnant. You better be careful. That's what I heard.
Yes. I got the grandkids to prove it.
I can't. Tino's a granddad. Unbelievable. But yeah, no, it was working on that show was awesome, man. It's amazing. The first day you come on set and you see all these people you've only seen on TV.
Yeah.
It's a little overwhelming and you don't know how to act. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I didn't turn to like a 50 Cent jukebox and start singing the hits. But you just kind of sit there and just like, wow, okay, this is really happening. Try your best to act like you've been there before and be professional. And you just after a while it just becomes, oh, that's just 50. Which is, to me, that was the coolest transition for me when I went from being, wow, look, that's 50 Cent to like, oh, that's just.
Yeah. Get out my way, dude.
Yeah, that's just Fitty. Yo, Fitty, pass me the salt, because they used to have these. The best part about, to me, because I like food. The best part about doing like some of the table reads is they always had a full spread for us. It couldn't compare to Crafty. Crafty was good on set, but let me tell you, this spread, we had like steak, some chicken, like a full spread of food. You could just load your plate up before you ate, man. Every time we have a table read, I go there, I get a little something for now, and then get a little something for later.
Smart man. Yeah. You got a family to feed, right?
Yeah, man. Look, man, there's some 5-star chefs coming in there cooking food.
Yeah.
Hooking it up.
Not gonna lie, I miss the feeling like the man feeling when you get extra stuff at crafting, like and just bring it home like, Yeah, I'm acting. You know what I
Yeah, big time. Get your little takeaway tray. Get a little takeaway tray. Yeah,
You stole it, but
yeah.
they hooked me up because of my acting skills. I know people. I know, Avery. I know people. I know people. So Mama used to love it until I actually stopped doing it because speaking of kids, child support found me and like I wasn't able to
Oh,
continue
oh,
my love
you,
of the
oh, you stopped running? Oh no, you can't let them catch
yeah
you. Oh
yeah. Anytime I do any kind of job, and I thought I was safe, but being that you got to give your
yeah.
social and all these things, and it's like really legit. I was really coming back.
You in
I'm
the
spending
system.
the night out there, like you know how it is out there, like yeah. After child support finished with me, I'm like, oh, I got for the Metro card. All right. And I was like, I love the acting, but that I couldn't do it.
Man, that sucks. So
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
got they
So
got 3/4 of your check for you, huh?
yeah. Damn, why do
Uh,
I want to cry right now, yo?
don't worry about it. Keep hustling. Keep keep selling the book. I really enjoy the book. I mean, I've heard those. Some of you might not know. I've heard some of those jokes for years coming up. So I've heard some of those new to you, but to me, I'm like, nah, I know that one. I've heard that Tino one. That's a class. That's a Tino classic. Please, if you're watching this, go get that man's book and support him, so he can get out of arrears. Please, folks. We need
Hey.
the U.S. government won't let him be great. They keep him in court. help my man out. You know what I'm saying? Help my man out.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. But enough about me though, man. Enough about me, man.
Jesus Christ, you all right?
Yeah,
Just like,
because
oh
some
man,
things just penetrate. You know what I mean? Some things just penetrate.
oh god,
You throwing those
I know about
arrears and all those words that only the true know. Yeah.
my mom. Listen, my mom and my dad went through it when I was like 6 or 7 years old, so I know all the trigger words, all the words of triggering. I know them all. I was there.
All right. Let's get back.
I
Let's
was
get back
there.
to the comedy, right?
Come on, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Come on.
Whew. All right. So, yeah. Okay, cool. So, comedy, man. You know what I mean? I know you
Yeah,
were
this is
various
tough
things. I know you
times.
try to put the DJ thing behind, but I know you sat or stood through a lot of comedy because of the DJing. How was that like? Just watching dudes just getting up there. Were you one of those DJs that were like, "Oh, let's turn the music on and this dude"? I don't think you were, but let's find out.
No, you were right. I was not one of those. I was one of those people when I was a DJ doing comedy that I would work with you. Whatever song you wanted me to play, I would play it. Some people would want me to play a certain song to hit a punchline on a joke, which I wasn't a big fan of because I'm like, I'm not getting paid to help you enhance your act. But I did it, but I wouldn't do it that often because I wasn't a big fan of it. Even when I started doing comedy, I never really wanted the DJ's help because I'm like, and sometimes some DJs would sometimes you would say a joke and the joke wouldn't land and the DJ would just, and like, what are you doing? Ain't nobody asked you to do that. Like, I think I did something for Damon Laughs. And, Joe Show was host. It was a comedy show. I know you know Joe Show. You ask him about this, he'll tell you. He was there.
I
The
do know
DJ
Joe
was
Show very
messing.
well. Thank you. Big up to
Yeah,
Joe Show. As a matter of fact, love
shout out
that
to Joe
guy.
Show.
He's giving me a
My,
new career. Thank you.
my Grenadian brother
Oh,
there.
bo.
But he was hosting a show I was on, and the DJ was messing with people like all night, like doing random sound effects. And I was at the stage in my comedy where I didn't know how to deal with it. I mean, I still kind of do and still kind of don't, but it threw me off and messed me up. So I didn't have a good set.
Mm.
And I was so mad at that DJ because I think he'd been drinking or high or something. And I'll never forget, it got to a point where like I asked the crowd, say, "What's how y'all feeling? What's going on with y'all tonight? What you want to hear?" And they were like, "Not what you want to hear." I said, you guys good? Why y'all so quiet? What's going on?" And they're like, "We want to hear, we want to hear a new comedian or
Ah,
something like that. We want to hear somebody new." And I said, "Oh my goodness, the crowd has spoken. Well, let me get up out of here."
ah.
They were tired of me. Forget the guy from Power. We got to sit here and tortured for 15 minutes as it was like I was in the ocean and didn't know how to swim. I'm sitting just floundering, and people just watching me like, all right, how long we gonna have to watch this? Where's the life vest?
Oh
So
my God.
I partially blame the DJ for that, but I don't blame myself because that was a bad set. That I will never
Wow.
forget that. Joe was dying when he heard me say that. Joe was dying. I think it was on the show. It was me, Omar Thompson, Ali Leffridge, Omar
Wow.
Close, Ali, me, and like one or two other people on the show. But
Wow.
yeah, I'll never forget
Times
that.
like that, you remember everything, the order, who was on it.
Yeah.
And then this guy ordered a drink. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Even
part of the game.
I know, even in shows at Island, you ever did a show at Island Taste when you used to
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Island Taste in Queens?
yeah.
You know how hard that room is? Even I'm a guy come in there, I'm a guy from Power, come in there, and people just they don't care. As a matter of fact, with one of the last nights I was there, I was trying to do my set, girls started working. Joe told that they were like, sometimes strippers from the club come and they'll sit through the show, but they're like the biggest hecklers, man, strippers. Because I guess they have a bad day at work and then they come to your job and they want to give you what they got. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm a
man.
comedian. We don't do lap dances here. We tell these jokes. They wouldn't shut up. I'll never forget that.
Wow. Don't try to strip me of what I do.
Exactly.
You know how to get a pun in there. You know how to get a pun in there.
Exactly.
Well, I missed one earlier when you were doing the show. They were like, so you were powerless.
There you go.
There you
I'm
go.
just
Late
like laying
punning.
them up. I'm setting them up for you, man. Just lobbing them up and take that.
Oh man. So you've seen it all, folks. You've seen it all. So is that why is that most of the part of the reason why like acting became more of your go for? I mean, besides the money and everything that's obvious, but do you feel like the hardships of comedy and the like did it make you kind of like just want to tilt towards acting more, or is it just you feel you
I
have to work
mean,
for both
I don't
things?
think so. I think that's just kind of the way things kind of went. I believe I believe that kind of it's God's kind of set things up for me like that. So if someone's telling you like, hey, this is, I mean, I still do comedy, don't get me wrong, maybe not as much as I would like,
Right.
but when things start, I'm not going to look at an open door and say,
Right.
you go first, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's got a family to feed, so I do as much acting as I can, but I also have the love for comedy, and I still do
Funny
want to
thing.
perform.
Right.
I still do want to perform. It's just sometimes when you're more successful in one realm more than the other, sometimes I feel like there are those who would like kind of sometimes take advantage of that. So like, for example, someone will ask me to come do a show. Now I got about 20 minutes that I could do on stage, right? Somebody will ask me to come out there, but then they won't want to pay me, but they'll want me to like, come and like promote the show and do all this stuff and be on the show just to have, the
The power.
so we got this guy from Daredevil, we got this guy from Power, Punisher, whatever. We got him on the show. Come watch, but then they don't want to pay me, or they just want me to come out there, like I said, just to get eyeballs on their product. And I can always tell. I can always tell. People think I can't, but I can. You just using me for my name.
Yeah. Like what we doing in the
So
cafeteria?
exactly. So that's kind of that's kind of soured me on some of it, but I still perform. I still have a love for comedy. I
Right.
still consider myself a comedian. It's
Right.
just that on the resume, on the acting resume, just as actor, but that pays the bills. But at my core, at my heart, I'm a comedian, and I don't think I'll ever stop being that. Because I still write jokes. I'm in the downtime. I've been creative. I've been creating a short series. I don't have a title yet, but it's basically I've been writing. It's based around some of the weirder stories of things that happened in my life, like funny stories, like
Wow.
how my mom caught me humping the kitchen counter. You might have heard that joke a while ago. Excuse me, or like what other crazy? Some of the crazy things that have happened to me in life that people wouldn't believe that have happened to a nice guy like me.
Right.
They've happened. So I talk
Wow.
about those things. So I've been kind of taking my comedy and my writing and kind of putting it together. And maybe one day when all this pandemic stuff is over, I can get some of my friends together and try to maybe take a pilot or something.
Right.
Get it
No,
out there.
definitely. Wow, we can't wait. Wow. Woo-hoo! I'm excited to hear this, bro, because I know there's definitely that story to the gentle giant that we see. Do you hate people calling you gentle giant, teddy bear, all these things that says like he's not gonna kick my ass, pretty much. That's what those things mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, people. It's funny. People see like what I do on TV, and they're like, "Oh, I'll do a video with someone." As a matter of fact, I remember somebody did a video of me, and she said something funny to me, and I started laughing before she started taping, and she started taping after I started laughing, and then this guy writes, "Oh, this guy ain't no thug. He's a Jello teddy bear. He ain't no thug." And I'm just like, but bro, I'm like, bro, it's acting. It's not real life. And people are so shocked. Oh my God. I thought you were so much meaner in real life. I'm like, why would you think that? Like, I've never been to jail. It's hard for people to sometimes separate, the
Art from
reality
reality.
from what's on the TV. But it doesn't bother me. It's just people who know me for real know that, you can't cross me. I don't go for that certain things. I'm from. Don't forget, I'm from Brooklyn.
No, no, definitely, definitely.
You know what it is. You're from Brooklyn too, kind of.
Right.
You don't live. You don't live in Brooklyn anymore, do you?
I'm in a Brooklyn basement, nigga.
Okay, good. All right. So, I'm raised from Brooklyn. I have a street smarts, and I'm cool, but please don't let the
Yeah.
smile or the kindness fool you, because the switch. It's you and I, and you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, that
The
switch that
nicest
all New
guys
Yorkers have.
always have the biggest,
Yeah,
trigger, the biggest explosion because they
there's a
hold so much
switch.
in because they get
There's a
tested so much
switch.
that when that explosion comes, you don't want to be the one in front of the guys, the nice guys
No,
that about to
it's true.
explode.
It's true, Tino, because people, when they see me, they treat me different, not because of the acting, just because of the height. Like where you see me, you be like, "Hey, what's up, Kev?" You give me dap or regular, whatever. But somebody who don't know me, who's shorter than me, intimidated by the height, all of a sudden he goes from being 5'7" to being like 5'10". Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm like, all right, what's good? Like he's like, "Oh, take it easy, big man. Don't cause no trouble in here." I'm like, why would you think I would cause trouble? I'm just here like you. I'm just trying to get a 2 for 1 apple pie. I'm not at McDonald's.
You see my
I'm not out
grocery
here
list,
trying
nigga?
to.
You see my grocery list?
Yeah, you know what I'm
I'm there
saying?
for
Look what I'm
milk.
buying.
Stop.
You're not in any danger. But it's funny. And I said this to my wife. I said, I feel like, white people have been talking to me a lot more than they used to in the past, which is that I don't know if it's the acting or they just find me I'm the friendly black guy. But when I was little, they never wanted to talk to me. Now all of a sudden, do a couple TV shows on white people, all of a sudden, hey, dude, can you help me reach that? Hey, do you know what time it is? Man, this is just random thoughts, man. Hey, man, what kind of shovel is that you using to shovel your car? I was shoveling my car the other day, yesterday, and this lady was smoking crack out there. She just started talking to me, like casually smoking crack and talking to me. This white lady. It made no sense. Is this Martin Luther King's dream? Was this his dream? It is Black History Month, so maybe that's why she was just trying to.
She was doing a different kind of snow. Oh, it's weird. It's weird.
Rock
Wow.
salt?
All right. Wow, you live in an era where you have to shovel your own snow and stuff like that. You live in a house.
Yeah.
I heard wife. You
You
dropping a lot of things about your life. I'm like kid, wife. I'm like shoveling. Yeah, you're a suburb kind of individual now.
Nah, I'm not in the suburbs yet. I would like to move to the suburbs at some point, but it's hard because I like Brooklyn too much. I like being able to get up and go to the bodega. You know what I'm saying, or go down the street and get some griot if you Haitian, or some rose con pollo or rose con dules. You know what I'm saying? You know about that nice little hot plate of rose con dules with some roasted pork or something. You can't get that in the suburbs, and there's like a culture that you know what I'm saying that I can't get away from. But I'm not one of those people like when everything started happening with COVID, Tino. I'm like, I'm from New York. Where am I going? This is home.
Wow. Yeah.
So if you left New York, no shade to you, but
No.
I've been through worse here, so I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
This people have been had COVID for years here. If you really think about it, there's a lot of New Yorkers look like they're walking COVID for years. So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere.
You're right.
And be real.
It's all
Be
about how
real,
many times have you had it?
Exactly. Be real though. Let's be real. Let's be real though. We all people afraid of COVID and not get it. But show of hands here. How many of y'all follow the 5-second rule? If you follow the 5-second rule, you cannot be afraid of COVID because we all have. If you West Indian at some point, we all have eaten food off the floor. Okay. So you do one of these. Kiss it up to God. Right. So I can't be afraid of no COVID. I be eating everything off floors. Well, the floor's clean.
Yeah.
Well, we in my house.
Yeah. If my house got COVID, I got COVID.
Exactly. So I have no fear. I mean, I have some fear, but honestly, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here.
Yeah. No, that's why this is the perfect time to catch you guys. That's why I'm like, oh my God, I get to talk to these people. Hollywood hasn't taken them away, so I really
I'm still here.
appreciate the time that you've given me, my brother. I you know.
Yeah, no doubt. How
Yeah.
you been though, Tino? How you been? How you been, man? What's a good word on your end, man?
Oh man, you know what I mean.
Just the videos.
You know, I'm the up there dude. You know, in age that's doing like in the young man's game. So I'm still out there trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm doing these things with the girls. You know, you see who I'm working with, right? You see who I'm working with, so it's one of those things.
I seen a couple of those pictures. It's like, all right, Tino, take it easy there.
Yeah.
You did one video with Joe where you had a heart attack in the club when the girl was twerking on you.
Yeah. That's what's happening, and I'm just hoping that life doesn't imitate art.
Oh God, no, come on. No,
that's it. You know, it's different for me because like I'm putting myself out there like never before. Well, I've always put myself out there, but just
right.
You know, I'm just going all out on everything that I do, and you know, the boobs are out there, and the gut is out there, and you know, just letting it all hang out, as they say.
Was that weird for you the first time you did one of those videos with Joe? When you, or can I ask you about the one where you ran? Can we talk about it, or we can't talk about it? I don't want to. I don't know if you're going to use this. You can use this if you want. I'm not doing it for your show. I'm just asking you.
No, please, like, dude. I'm excited.
What was it like the first time on set? But I'm asking, what was it like when Joe, whoever's idea was like, "I hear what you're gonna do. They're gonna sit down right there, and when they do, you're gonna take your shoes off in New York City." And you go run up the block, snatch the plate, and then drop it and run. What were you thinking? It was like, you must have been like me, where you was like, all right, what do I do if somebody tries to snuff me when I'm?
Oh man,
what was you thinking?
Well, Joe's the lucky man because he doesn't have to go down in history with that one because that one unfortunately was a full scale Tino production. Joe was out of town, so I had to kind of like get things done on my own on that one. That was my big boy move. That was like, Joe, I could do it. You know, he was in Atlanta when I shot that. And I had just came from Florida and I was like, I was gonna do it in Florida with Christy Monroe because I was out there and I was like, you know, I'm like, let me do skits out here. So I do a couple of skits, but as luck would have it, it didn't work out as far as like the other person was gonna film it. So I'm like, you know what? You know when you got like, I gotta get this done. You know, I can't move on until I get things done. So when I got back, I just got in contact with the team that I was working with. And of course, Joe would have been part of it, but he just happened not to be there. He was in Atlanta that, you know, that weekend when I came by before the winter really hit. So yeah, so I kind of put that without my man Joe, but everything else is Joe. Love you, Joe. Thank you so much. But yeah,
how did it feel, man? Was you nervous? Like, was you like, yo?
No, dude. You know, as an actor, as someone who as a performer, as a comedian, when that moment to like, okay, no turning back. This is what you had in your mind, and now you fulfill it. You have people in place, you know, because I was in the car running through with like 3 other people in it: Sarah, Cash, the other guy I work with, and a girl that I just saw for like, I met her at the show through Alice Carabaño, and she just been hitting me up, sending me stuff, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Come through and sit in the cut, and she just happened to be Brazilian. So her Brazilian voice gave me that like this really happened. You know, like
oh my God, what are you doing? Oh no, what happened? Why? Yeah, I can't do a good my Brazilian accent and go, what's going on? Oh no. Oh my God.
Watch 90s porn. That'll give it back. But yeah, so like people were in place, so and thank them for like kind of following through because I had to stay away and just kind of like, okay, you there, okay. So it's one of those things I had to trust the team. And it was just one of those, boom, everything just right there. So I was the maniac. I said, Tino, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your clothes off in the winter and take off your shoes, and you're gonna go and grab
somebody's food that you paid for and run like a maniac with your 51-year-old ass. So yes, that was why that did that. And yeah. So being a writer, being a comedian, a lot of things that I do, I actually kind of come up with it. You know what I mean? Because the pill thing, God forbid, God knows the pill, that's part of my life. So so it's just a matter of like adding that, and they're like, yo, what do you think I should do? So we collab on
Yeah,
it perfectly as far as like I give him an idea and he runs with it.
yeah, you guys are really brave with some of the things you do with some of the videos I've seen. I'm like, yeah, y'all crazy. I don't know how y'all do some of that stuff, man. I'd be like, that's insane because the danger is there's some New Yorkers who don't know, like you remember, you were old enough to remember Candid Camera. You remember Candid Camera,
Oh,
right?
I do. I do.
Right. So what you guys do kind of reminds me of Candid Camera.
Wow.
But in this day and age, I feel like there's a lot of people who don't understand. Sometimes you got to look at things and be like, would this really be happening? But some people just don't get it. So I'm just nervous for you that like some people won't understand like what like it's a prank. And so I just want you got your Brooklyn 2 on you, right? You got that you Panamanian. You got to have it somewhere. Where is it?
Just in
You
case
know
the
what?
law's
You don't gotta say.
watching.
You don't. Okay, don't say. I'm just making you good, right? You
I'm good.
if
I'm
anybody
good.
challenges you, hey, hey, stop.
That's
Don't
how it
play
is.
with
That's
me,
how it
man.
is.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to do another crazy one coming up. I don't know when the snow clears or whatever, but it's gonna be about homeless guy. I mean, beggar versus subway dancers. So stay tuned for that one.
Let's be careful, man. Jesus Christ. The guy who did the Chucky one. I don't. I'm not going to spoil the magic. You and I don't know if you can use this. I don't want to spoil the magic for anybody who's watching. Some people think it's still real. They don't know that some of it's like written. But you guys have a great team over there. You guys doing a lot of viral things. The one that just came out with Chucky, that went viral.
Wow.
So
Sarah. Big ups to Sarah,
yeah.
Karen, Sarah. There's certain girls in this that like when they decide to find something funny, okay, because the pull in these things, women play a big part in these pull because they bring a package that draws everyone in, men and women.
They bring a package, all right. Package.
Yeah. I'm pretty proud to be working with these women that unfortunately the friends and family, aka the haters, they call it Tino is going through a midlife crisis. That's what it is. And I'm like, okay.
No, I don't think. No.
Yeah.
That's not that. You gotta do what works for you, and this is what works, and this is making your creative juices flow. Then stick with it. If it's drawing you in, if it's something you're excited to do, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's not for me. I ain't gonna tell you because that I'll do a prank and somebody pull up on me and the prank will be over real quick. Wow, like. But if it's making your creative juices flow, it's keeping you excited about continuing because you're doing comedy for a while now. So anything that makes you excited to get up in the morning and create, I don't have a problem. As long as you're being safe.
Everything says, I love the art. I love everything. Papers everywhere. You can rip papers everywhere. Papers on the floor. Papers. That's all I live. Papers. Because that's what I love. Waking up, creating, just what's funny. Who wants to work? So that's my motto, man. Who wants to work? Let's work. So
just to keep you motivated, man.
It keeps me alive. You know what I mean? So
that's it. That's it.
Anything that you love, you do it because you love it. You know what I mean? Not because all those other reasons. So
so just as long as you're being safe, man. They doing some funny stuff. I mean, some of the stuff I was like, wow. But the one video I only saw it because I'm not. I hate social media. I'm not a big fan of it. But you gotta have it in
I go
the business we're in. But I didn't see the video on like Instagram. I saw it because I was looking at some news on my phone and it came up and it's a Chucky doll attacks woman on subway. I'm like, what? What's going on in New York? So I read the article. Now, mind you, this is what was this on? It was on a blog site, comicbooksomething.com, and then it got picked up, I think, by some local New York papers. But I'm looking at the video, I'm like, you know, I think that's the girl you were talking about, the light skin one, and it's just like that. Just like that, it's viral, and all of a sudden everybody starts reposting. But just keep in mind, folks, that it's just like Candid Camera. Go back and watch Candid Camera on YouTube. It is Candid Camera. It is not real. Please do not hurt these people. They are just regular people. You might get hurt. You find out how regular, real people they are. Okay, these people from the Bronx, these people from Brooklyn, they don't play that.
They don't play that. Yeah. Don't test me either, okay? You know, I know how to scratch your eyes out.
Yeah, stop, Tino. Not playing with you.
I was raised by four sisters. So my style is really,
right.
You know?
That's right.
The scratch. But anyway, my brother, anything else you want to plug before we, you know, let the folks, you know, anything that's coming up that you want to let them know about?
Absolutely.
Any plans for 2021?
I did do some stuff. I really can't talk about it too heavy, but there's some stuff I did for BET that'll be coming out soon, hopefully. I haven't heard enough about it. We taped it a while ago, so it should be coming out soon on BET and some BET digital networks. I'd also want everybody to go check out my website, averymasonofficial.com. Just, you know, if you want to just see what I got going on, learn more about me. And then there's also my social media, which is Avery Mason Official on Instagram and The Avery Mason on Twitter.
Excellent.
My YouTube, my YouTube channel. You know what? YouTube links on my website. I can't remember but I got a YouTube channel with some crazy videos on it, more about me. But there's more stuff coming from me soon that I've been working on. So I will say just keep watching. There's more to come. My name is not Black Grimace. If you see me in the street, just say, "What's up, Avery?" and keep moving. All right.
You guys hear that?
If you see me with a shovel in my hand, mind your business. Mind your business. If you see me with a shovel in my hand, don't. Hey, why are you shoveling? All right. Lifestyles of the rich and famous, or kind of broken, you know, notoriety, or what's the word? Notoriety, notorious. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm broken notorious. I'm not rich and famous. I'm broken notorious.
You still got that Brooklyn in him, folks. Stay back the fuck away. Yo, Avery, thank you so much, my brother. Enjoy the family. Big up for being married, having a child, on the work that you're doing. You know, I've seen you go from a young man to a full-scale married man, and I'm proud of you.
Got a full beard now, Tino. Look, I got my beard now.
Oh shit, yeah.
Heard my beard.
Yeah. Enjoy it, man, because I know when it gets back to full acting, I know now you see me, now you don't.
Right away, take it right off, man.
I know how it is. Anyway, man, let me get you some outro music, and oh damn, this was on all the time. Damn.
I've got the power.
Dude. Damn, how long I was oh man.
It's getting kind of hectic. Or you could do a ninja rap. Go ninja, go.
Wait. Where am I actually started? I should know right here. Right Storm.
It's one of my favorite movie theme songs. You got Bobby Brown on Our Own from Ghostbusters 2. And Ninja Rap, Vanilla Ice. I know people don't like Vanilla Ice, but that was
my God. I forgot we're talking to a DJ.
Yeah. No,
I'm like, what is this kid talking about? See?
I definitely miss the DJing, but you know, you have a kid, he's got his stuff. You can't have your DJ stuff in his crib. So you know, it's still in me though. Still in me.
Looking like a true dad.
Yeah, no, he's taking over, man. He started playing my Xbox too. I had to make him a profile. I'm not happy about that.
Oh wow!
Giving up. He's no more Paw Patrol now. He's getting ready for Roblox and Tomb Raider and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to drop his name or you covering him? You gonna have to say his name eventually. Practice it.
Who you talking about?
Your son.
Oh, his name is Avery. Oh man.
Oh, it's Avery. Oh, Junior.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gave him my name. Yeah.
Okay.
It's smart for me too. I feel like I feel like when things, if I get bigger as an actor and I make it more, then when my time comes to go home, he can get my residual checks. You won't even have to have problems. Oh, hey, Avery, no problem. Here's your check, Mr. Mason. You know what I'm saying? No questions
Yeah.
asked. Slide that money right to him.
There you go, man. He's set, man, because you set a foundation for the family that's doomed for success for many generations to come.
Yeah, it's so important, man. My family started me with that when they first came to this country. They, way back when they came here. I'm a first generation American. Yeah, my family's from Trinidad and Grenada, so they all immigrated. We all immigrated.
Yeah,
so that's right. They set us up, and I'm just trying to keep it going. Try to give my son something. So, just trying to set it up. And make sure, listen, all you who are watching, make sure you save your money, man. Let me tell you something, save your money, because the government ain't helping you, bro. You're gonna have to, you think they helping, but they only helping this much. They could be helping this much. They only help this much.
He is
cut up your
speaking
credit
truth
cards.
To the end, guys. This is
cut up your credit cards.
You pay for this. Some people pay for this. White people. See, but people with heart give it away for free. Thank you for those nuggets, brother. I held you too long. I know you got a family to get back to.
Nah, man. Bro. I'm good. I'm glad. I don't know when the last time I spoke to you was, Tino. I can't remember the last time I spoke to you, but this feels good. I just like being able to see people I haven't seen in a while. Yeah. Just to hang out, man. When the snow goes away and maybe things get a little better, we'll all get together and have one gigantic comedy reunion show or something.
There we go.
And
there you go, brother.
So that's all I'm waiting on.
Yo. Thank you. And
anytime, Tino, anytime, man.
Rather than later, all right, brother? Happy Black History Month. Let's get them, all right?
Let's get them. Yeah, I'll see you on the flip.
Peace out, man. Love you much, man. Be well.